Hello, welcome to our channel. If you're a fan of heroic adventures, magical creatures and exciting journeys, then you're in for a treat. Today we'll be diving into the enchanting tale of Sinbad the Sailor. So sit back, relax and let your imagination take flight. With a thirst for adventure and a deep respect for the sea, Sinbad sets sail on his trusty ship guided by the twinkling stars above. His heart is filled with dreams of faraway treasures, thrilling escapades, and the promise of untold wonders. He faces dangerous beasts that test his courage and cunning, but he also finds allies in unexpected places. He discovers that an evil witch has been using her powers to corrupt the land and its inhabitants. But Sinbad soon realizes that the island's allure comes at a price. Each treasure holds a piece of the island's history, and its guardians test Sinbad's worthiness to ensure they fall into the right hands. He learns that true wealth lies not in amassing material possessions, but in gaining wisdom, understanding, and enlightenment. As he continues his journey, Sinbad faces trials that push him to his limits, testing his endurance, patience, and problem-solving skills. He learns that true courage lies not in the absence of fear, but in the willingness to face it and grow from it. The island of the moon tests Sinbad's resilience, pushing him to his emotional and psychological limits. He grapples with doubts, insecurities, and past traumas that threaten to consume him. However, through each challenge, he emerges stronger, more self-aware, and better equipped to navigate the complexities of life. He encounters mythical creatures that guard secret passages and must outsmart cunning traps that threaten to end his quest. He realizes that the true treasure is the self-knowledge and personal growth he is achieved by confronting his inner darkness. With newfound clarity and strength, Sinbad leaves the island of the moon, forever changed by his experiences. He carries with him the valuable lessons learned and the realization that true enlightenment comes from embracing both the light and darkness within ourselves. To claim the treasure, he must navigate through treacherous mazes, solve riddles posed by mischievous spirits, and overcome illusions designed to test his resolve. We can't wait to share more adventures with you. With his newfound wisdom and selflessness, Sinbad defeats the spirit and liberates the island and its treasures from its grasp. And as the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across the magical ocean, Sinbad finds himself on the mystical island of the moon, a place where reality seems to bend and where ancient legends come to life. But this ethereal realm comes with a catch. To uncover its secrets, Sinbad must face his deepest fears and confront the darkness within his own heart. Guided by the ethereal glow of the moon, Sinbad embarks on a perilous quest to find the legendary crystal star, an artifact said to hold the power to illuminate the darkest corners of one's soul. Along his path, he encounters fantastical creatures that challenge him to confront his inner demons and overcome his personal limitations. Sinbad must face his fears head-on, learning to control his emotions and harness his inner strength to prevail. Instead of claiming the treasures for himself, Sinbad chooses to share them with those in need, using his knowledge and artifacts to help others and make a positive impact on the world. With his wits and courage, Sinbad manages to navigate the island's many challenges, proving himself worthy of its legendary treasures. However, he discovers that the true value lies not in the material wealth, but in the wisdom and self-discovery he gains along the way. Sinbad learns that the journey itself is just as important as the destination, and that facing one's fears and limitations can lead to personal growth and fulfillment. As he explores the island, Sinbad encounters enigmatic characters who offer him cryptic advice and guidance. Some try to help him, while others seek to hinder his progress for their own nefarious reasons. Sinbad must decipher their motives and make crucial decisions that will shape his fate. With the support of his animal companions, Sinbad outsmarts the witch and breaks the curses plaguing the island. The grateful animals rejoice, and the once corrupted areas of the island begin to heal, returning to their former beauty and harmony. As Sinbad prepares to leave the Isle of Talking Animals, The wise old parrot bestows upon him a magical amulet said to possess powers beyond imagination. With this newfound treasure, Sinbad continues his adventures, his heart brimming with joy and gratitude for the lessons learned and the friends made along the way. With the help of his newfound friends, Sinbad navigates treacherous terrains, deciphers cryptic clues, and battles evil sorcerers who seek to exploit the island's magic for their own selfish purposes. Throughout his adventures, he faces trials that challenge his physical strength, mental agility, and moral integrity. But Sinbad perseveres, drawing upon his resourcefulness, quick thinking, and unwavering determination. As his ship cuts through the waves, the magical ocean around him shimmers and dances like a living thing. With every passing moment, Sinbad feels a sense of excitement and anticipation building within him. He knows that the vast expanse of water that surrounds him holds endless possibilities, and he is eager to see what adventures await him. Our story begins with Sinbad the sailor, a brave and kind-hearted young man from a coastal village. On his journey, Sinbad encounters strange and fascinating islands that seem straight out of a fantasy tale. Each island has its own unique charm and secrets, waiting to be discovered by our intrepid hero. One such island is the Isle of Talking Animals, where trees sway to the rhythm of unseen music and creatures of myth and legend roam freely. Here, Sinbad befriends a wise old parrot who becomes his guide, leading him through enchanted glades and whispering ancient secrets to him. Through his interactions with the animals, Sinbad learns about their struggles and helps them overcome various challenges. He discovers that many of these creatures have been cursed or harmed by evil forces, and it is up to him to find a way to break the curses and restore balance to the island. Along the way, he uncovers valuable life lessons about empathy, compassion, and the importance of standing up for those who are weaker than oneself. The animals on the island are not just fantastical creatures, but also complex characters with their own emotions and stories. They teach Sinbad about different cultures, beliefs, and ways of living, broadening his perspective and making him a more understanding and tolerant person. As Sinbad ventures deeper into the island's mysteries, he encounters mythical creatures both benevolent and malevolent. The climax of Sinbad's journey on the Isle of Talking Animals comes when he confronts the source of the island's darkness. Next, Sinbad finds himself on the shores of the Island of Lost Treasures, a place shrouded in legend and said to be home to untold riches. In a surprising twist, Sinbad discovers that the island's treasures are not merely material possessions, but fragments of ancient knowledge and artifacts of immense power. Finally, Sinbad reaches the heart of the island where he confronts the spirit of greed, the entity responsible for corrupting those who seek the island's treasures for selfish reasons. And so Sinbad's journey on the Island of Lost Treasures comes to an end, leaving him richer in wisdom and character than he could have ever imagined. As he journeys deeper into the island's mystical core, Sinbad discovers that the true nature of the crystal star is not just to illuminate the darkness, but to help him understand and accept the complexities of his own being. Finally, Sinbad locates the crystal star, not as a tangible object, but as a symbol of the journey he's undertaken. So join us next time as Sinbad the sailor continues his epic journey, facing new challenges, discovering hidden truths, and bringing light into darkness.